Okay friends, we're changing out the starter on a 99. I guess this applies to 2005 Pontiac Grand Am. Had some issues going on, thought it was the battery, got that battery replaced. Turns out it's not the battery, but the starter going out has kind of the same symptoms of a battery, except my headlights were working, the fans, windows would go up and down, all that good stuff. So just the starter wasn't turning over. And so I did a previous video. You can tap on the solenoid on the starter. It's down there. And that will actually, in a pinch, get it started. But that way it kind of isolates it. You know it's a starter. So now that I realize it's a starter, we're going to go down here. And got my glasses on. So under here, you have this, so right at the front of the car, you go past the radiator here. And we have the front here. Okay, so this to access your starter, you want just get these little things off, and it looks like you can just unscrew them with your hands. I do have eye protection on, so you want to do that if you're going under a car to work on it. These are kind of rusty, so there's that. Gonna take that off. Okay, and we'll do the same on the other side. Where are we? Dun, dun, dun. Right here. Okay. Now this is a correct. Oh wow. Okay, let's try. Let's try the other hand then, Bubba. That's rusted pretty good. Okay. Okay. So you can see that's coming off there. Okay. Put that aside, and it just got these little let's see if I can see up to you. These parts, that these tabs that fit in the holes there. So let's pull those out. There we go. And now that's out of the way. Okay, so where are we at here? Trying to see if I can. Let's get some light under there. Alright, so there it is. There you are, little fella. Okay, I was trying to locate it. So basically, right up under there, if we can see right here, see this right there is our starter. And if I remember correctly, it's held on by just a couple screws. So what we want to do first is disconnect the battery, and we're going to go do that right now. Okay. Now that that's disconnected, we can go back under and get our starter out of there. Okay. Okay, so we're going to take off our wires first, and whoa, okay, thought that was a bug or something. We got this is 13 millimeter socket for the two larger ones, and then this one is going to be a 10 millimeter for that smaller one with the wires there. So that's, this little guy's 10, and these are 13 millimeters. So I'm going to pull those off first, and we'll be right back. Alright, so I'm terribly sorry. These are 13 millimeter bolts, and this one is an 8 millimeter. And then the little housing that we're going to remove next is actually the 10 millimeter bolts. So you need a 13 for the bigger ones and 8 for the smaller one there. So that we're going to pull that one off. We got our two big ones off. Little correction there. Alrighty. So clean it up a little bit. Got the wires off. I put this through the two wires there to make sure those are together. The little one goes there, the other one goes on the other one. Alright, now if you can see that one right there that we're pointing out in the distance. Let's see if I can get up under there. This guy right here. This is the housing that needs to come off first. So there's a screw here. And then right there, there's a screw. And those are the 10mm ones. We're going to pull those off real quick and hopefully have access to our starter bolts. Okay, so what do we do? I had to use a wrench on the one that was here. My socket was in the way, so I had to get a wrench up in there to get that one. It's kind of a tough one there. This one is easy. They're pretty easy, and once you get that unscrewed there, this part pretty much just falls right off. So put that down. Now we should be able to find out what's holding our starter on there. And it's looking like it's that big one right there. I believe there's only 2 screws. And right up under here, that ugly one right there. So 2 screws holding it in there. Let's pull those guys out of there, shall we? And those look like they are bigger than, definitely bigger than the 13 mil. So I'm going to tell you guys what size those are too. Well, I had to go to the store and grab some tools because I didn't have a 15 mil. But these 2 are 15mm nuts. Got that one there and that one right there in the background. So 2 we need to pull off. Let's get those off of there, shall we? Okay, so the first one's out right there. Fairly easy to get at, actually, not too difficult. This second one, however, this one right here, was a little bit tougher. So what I did, and it was quite a bit of torque on that bad boy. So I used my wrench here, or my socket wrench with an extender on there, because I tried it with it right up next to there. And I couldn't really get a good bite on it, so I use this, right, like, this is actually quite difficult with one hand. I'm trying to hold the camera, get that on there. So I got it on there like that. Let's see if I can even show you guys what I'm trying to do here. Like that, and was able to loosen it up. Other way, I couldn't really get a good bite on it. But once it's loosened, this one was fairly tight, so just wanted to demonstrate that. Okay, and we'll be back here. Okay, once it's unscrewed all the way, it's going to want to fall out of there, so I guess we're going to kind of let it. It actually weighs a little bit, you know, about maybe about 10 pounds, so kind of hefty duty there. Alrighty, and I'm going to clean it up in there a little bit. It's a little oily and junk, so that probably didn't help my starter any, but it's almost a 20-year car, so about time we replace this bad boy, right? So that's how you remove a starter on a car. And sorry about that. That's on the Pontiac Grand Am 1999 to I think 2005 and other models. So that is that. We're going to now we have our new model, and we're going to put that in. I'm going to make a video obviously doing that, but that's how to remove it. So we'll be back.